And we're live. Okay. 14 seconds. What? Oh, okay, whatever. All right, so we'll talk about that recap.
Yes, but my internet is being dumb, so this is gonna be rough. As soon as we go live, too, it was fine all throughout the day, I guess. Anyways, welcome to the 49th hour. I guess we should kind of do a proper intro, but not a super proper intro. Yeah, we're just gonna recap the presser, and then we're just gonna do a ton of mock drafts. And just kind of see how it goes from there. But how are you doing, Zach? How's your day? What did you think of the presser?
I'm doing good. The pressure still made me pretty anxious because Cal really didn't give an answer to anybody's questions today. He seemed kind of upset, to be honest. Like he's just tired of everybody's
Probably just
questions.
annoyed.
I mean, I would be too, to be honest. Your head coach and everybody just keeps asking the same questions over and over again. So, but it's just interesting pressure. Just things that we already knew, except for the Mike McGlinchey fifth-year option. I honestly didn't know if they're going to pick it up or not, but John said they were.
Yeah, we knew that. Being honest with ourselves.
Maybe. I mean, we thought that they could extend him, but at least they're picking it up. Get some more time to evaluate him. What are your thoughts on
McGlinchey?
Yeah.
I enjoy the presser. I mean, we pretty much knew how it was going to go. They weren't going to give away a ton of stuff, obviously, but then, I mean, hopefully, I hoped for it at least that we were going to find something new out. And Grant, of all people, was the one to ask the question about McGlinchey. And I think in the back of my mind, I knew that we were going to pick up McGlinchey because, I mean, just of how well he does in our scheme, besides pass blocking, I guess. But the run blocking, he's like top 3. So as a right tackle. And 10 mil, I mean, I saw a lot of people were saying that 10 mil is a lot to pay McGlinchey, and I don't honestly think it is. I haven't seen the average of like what a tackle gets. But yeah, you tweeted. I was going to tweet it out just now. I was working on it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm still very anxious about number 3. I hope we hit it by like a mile, or else we're just going to suffer for like the next like 3 or 4 years. Well, hopefully not, but I don't know. I think I'm just at the same place as I was before the presser. But we did kind of find out that Jimmy is pretty much gone at this point. That was kind of always up in the air. I know a lot of people are going to say like, oh no, Jimmy, we always knew Jimmy was gone and all this stuff. But I mean, honestly, did we though? I mean, the chance of, drafting Lance and then having him sit behind Jimmy to sit and learn, get his time going at, like with the playbook and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it kind of is relieving, I guess. I don't really want to say relieving now that we know that Jimmy is gone, just because it frees up a lot of the cap. We don't have to worry about, all the Jimmy drama now. He can hopefully go and, do his thing over on a different team. I'll still be rooting for him, I will say. I mean, I have his jersey just sitting in my closet, so obviously I'm going to be rooting for him. I don't know if that's going to, I don't know if it's going to be like on the Broncos, the Bears. I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of just, I don't know. I always enjoy sitting there and just listening to Lynch and Shanahan just talk. I mean, like they can just talk about like what they have for breakfast, and I'll enjoy it just as much as I would just them talking about football. But yeah, I liked the conference. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Shanahan's comments on what kind of quarterback he's someone looking for is kind of interesting, especially the Drew Brees and with the legs of Lamar Jackson.
Right.
And when he said that, like, it just spoke to me like he just wants Fields or Lance. It does not sound like Mac Jones at all to me. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I know people like Mac. I know he's accurate. He is, but I don't like his arm. I don't like his ability, his pocket awareness. He's very slow to me, and I just think Justin Fields is so much better than him, and I still feel like he's a pick. But it still doesn't give me reassurance that it could be Mac at 3 because we don't know what Kyle's thought process right here is, and especially his given history of wanting Kirk Cousins, and he already had Matt Ryan. He had to work with RG3, but that's a quarterback he didn't want to use, but it was part of his job, so he had to rework his system for him. And RG3 went to the playoffs in his rookie season and had an MVP caliber season. There's so many connections to Justin Fields, and there's none to Mac Jones. So it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
So how's it going, Rio or Rio? I like you said, there's so many connections with Justin Fields. It's kind of just a brain dead move if they go with Mac Jones. I feel like. What was I going to say? I was going to say that I feel like Mac Jones' potential, is obviously far less than Fields, but Mac Jones to me is just another backup QB that he'll be in the future for the league. And obviously Fields, he can take his potential and just run with it along with Lance, just because Lance, his ceiling, is insane just because, we haven't really seen much of him play really, but just 2 years? And then the game.
2.5.
Yeah. Well, barely half. It was so I think if I've been thinking about this, and if the Jets shock everyone and go with Fields at 2, I think I'd be fine with going Lance at 3. I'd be more understanding on that. Wilson, I don't know if it's just recency bias and just seeing all of the reports and the media and stuff. But I don't know. It's just kind of just a one-hit wonder sort of deal with Wilson. We've all seen Wilson and how well he's played, and his athleticism, his decision making, his just talent overall at the quarterback position, his pocket awareness, all that stuff is great. But I think he had an injury the year before or something like that, and he just got was it him that just got the surgery done? Shoulder?
His shoulder, but I think that's kind of overblown too, though. His shoulder injury.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's just so many 1-year wonders in this draft. It's kind of irritating in a way. But the thing with Fields, he's been projected to be a top 3 pick for 2 years now. So yeah,
probably longer than that actually.
Yeah. So because I don't know.
And I just feel like the smoke screen now is just for the Jets to keep the thought on drafting Zach Wilson so they don't get Fields. And I feel like they're trying to mess with the Falcons and Carolina as well. I don't know why. I guess you want to ruin your competition as well, but it's still kind of interesting. The smoke screen is just so long, and it only has 3 days left. I just want it over with.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't know. Kyle even said himself, we're not going to know till they say the name on draft night.
Right. Yeah, they have those 5 names, and whoever's there available at 3 is who they're going to take, and whether those 5 names are Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, Lance, Mac Jones, I guess. I mean, those could be the 5, or I don't even know if they're talking about like just 5 names in general, or the 5 players that are going to be at 3. So there's that also. I mean, that could be not even people as like in the quarterback area. They could be, Kyle Pitts. They could be a lineman. I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty plain and simple at this point that they're going to be taking a QB anyways.
I think it's kind of interesting when Kyle says 5 quarterbacks. So I think he's including Trevor Lawrence as well, because he's not talking. He's definitely not talking about Trask. So he's definitely talking about Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't think we're going that far down the.
No. So board. I think he's talking about Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, Lance, and Jones, and I think it's kind of interesting because I feel like he knows who the first two picks are, but he keeps saying 5, and it's just interesting to me why he keeps saying that. And I also like the quote he had about I think somebody had, I forgot who asked the question. I think it was Tim, but it was about if you like a guy at 12, then you'll find a better. We found better that we think we can find a better guy at 3, or it's something along the lines of that. And
it was if you're happy about the guy, or if you're happy about getting a QB at 12, then you're going to be happy about getting a QB at 3.
Right.
And that made me, when he said that made me extremely anxious, because what went through my mind was like, if you're getting the guy at 12, but you're getting him at 3 instead, like for instance, Mac Jones, that freaked me out when I saw that on the press. I was like, oh dear Lord.
But then he said that you want to get your favorite guy at 3. And he said there's a possibility that he is not going to be there at 12. So that led me to think that it's not Mac, because I don't see how he could be his favorite. I don't see it at all. And I don't get it.
This whole Mac Jones thing blew up as soon as we traded up to 3, just because he's Kyle's prototypical QB too. And I mean, Kyle's even said it himself. He doesn't even think that he has a prototypical QB. He just likes a guy that can make plays on his own. He has an arm. He knows the system. All this stuff. And I said it before on Twitter, especially that Mac Jones wasn't even near pick 12 to begin with when we were at 12. He was going all the way down to like 18 to like 25. So on the mock drafts is what I'm referencing to. But then all of a sudden we get pick 3, and Justin Fields was going. It was Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, or Fields and Wilson. It was Lance was never even in the conversation. I think he was maybe going like 4 or 5 or 6 or something. But as soon as we went to 3, it was just like Mac Jones and 49ers were just pinned on the board.
It doesn't make sense. Unless Kyle says something to Chris, and Chris is just making this big screen. I don't get it, because the whole media, the entire Matt Mayoko, you have Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter all saying Mac Jones. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Right. And I mean, all this stuff happened right when Chris Sims brought up the Mac Jones talk. So, and that's like where it all started. So then I feel like when Sims said it, and they all know that Chris Sims and Kyle Shanahan are buddy with each other, then I feel like they just took it and just went on their own with it, with Mac Jones. And I tweeted earlier today saying that I mean, like, if it wasn't for the 49ers and pick 3 to like have that trade that we had, there would be like this whole offseason would be so dead. There would be no talk about Mac Jones going up to 3, no talk about, there's these question marks for these 3 guys, or 2 guys, I guess. So it's just bonkers to me that, like, just, I don't know how much the 49ers have done for the NFL as a whole this offseason, just for the trade, that one trade.
And it's fun because there are reports saying that, like, there's the blue check mark guys are saying, like, if Mac does not go to 3, he's going to drop hard to like 20s. Then why would he take him at 3 if you want to drop that far? It makes no sense. Again, there's so many. It doesn't make sense to me that Mac goes to 3, but no other team would take him. It's just there's so many connections for Fields though. Like he has he's highly intelligent. He passed like one of the tests that I'm pretty sure the Niners gave them because John Lynch mentioned sending them iPads for testing. And then you have the QB collective. You have Josh Beck. Like, what more do you want?
Right.
I don't get it. I don't know. And
This,
Gershon,
wait.
he's
This one. This is massive to me. Josh Allen was Shanahan's QB1. Yeah, and everyone's going crazy about Mac Jones going to us. And Josh Allen and Mac Jones are like two magnets that just are solar opposites to each other. Like they are nothing like each other. Josh Allen has the ability to run, make things go on his own, or like extend plays on his own. You know, he has the athleticism, he has the rocket arm, and I mean, all of his. Everyone just kept shooting him down because of his accuracy and just how much of awareness he had. And I mean, we saw in year 2, he went to the freaking playoffs. Like, so yeah, I'm not. There's like a part of me where it's like I'm super anxious that it's going to be Mac Jones just because the media is just shoving in my face 24/7 all day. I guess that's kind of repetitive, 24/7. But then like the realistic side of me of like actually looking at like how Kyle's talked about what he wants in a QB is just also speaking to me saying, oh, it's either Lance or Fields. Like it's plain and simple. So my brain is just all messed up from this offseason.
The first QBs Kyle mentioned were Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, and those are the first QBs he mentioned. Then he mentioned Drew Brees and Phil Rivers. I was like, dang, Kyle, you're backpedaling on me, man. So,
yeah, I was thinking about that too.
I was thinking that really struck out to me for some reason because he's missing all these mobile quarterbacks that compete year in, year out and make their team better. I mean, Rivers is fine. He was just okay. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, obviously.
Right.
With Fields has a better arm than Brees. I will straight up say that. I mean, when Brees,
he hasn't been in the NFL yet, so I won't agree. But
well, you can see in college that he has a better arm. You can see that. Right. But I'm pretty sure
Fields is starting. He's going to be a starting QB too, and Brees wasn't. So I mean, you could say
honestly,
that.
no matter who's going, no matter which QB gets drafted, they're starting week 1, no matter what.
Yeah, now that they've talked about how about Jimmy today, it's just like I'm a firm believer that Jimmy's gone.
They straight up said we're going to find our starting QB. Yeah. That straight up tells me Jimmy's gone. I'll be surprised if he lasts by Friday.
Yeah. I've said, like, I think when who was it? We had a bar on the show. I said on that episode, I was like, Jimmy is going day 2 for like a second round pick. And from then on, now we're seeing, he's getting downgraded from a first round pick. So I don't know. I don't want to say, I called it, but
I mean, everybody called it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people said that he's going to be traded, but we didn't know.
It's going to be interesting which team is going to trade for him. Like, what value does he have to other teams? I can see Washington taking him, Chicago. I can see Patriots. Denver could take him.
Unless they do something with Cam. Just because Cam was getting like, what, 10, 12 mil a year or something like that?
I think it's 8. I think it's less. I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, with incentives, I guess it's like 10 mil.
But again, Cam had a bad. He had a bad hand handed to him last year. He had a good 3 starts. Then he had COVID. Then he just went downhill from there. And I don't blame him. COVID does it definitely take a toll on you, mentally and physically. His receivers were horrible. They couldn't catch the ball to save their lives. So I don't blame Cam. I think Cam does deserve another shot somewhere starting. I wouldn't mind having Cam as backup. I really wouldn't. He'd be. I think he'd be a great backup for Fields, mobility and just being that bigger body and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't want. I just don't want this text here. Please no.
Yeah.
I don't. Fancy text.
I don't know. I've been always so off and on with Cam. Like obviously when he was coming out of college, he's one of the best in the class. But I don't. Ever since he left the Panthers, I think it was like what 2 years ago now. I don't know. It just he's been playing different. I think he had like an ankle injury though too.
I think so. Or shoulder. Yeah, shoulder injury.
Oh, shoulder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Realistic stat line: if Jimmy does play a full season, well, we'll see.
Got sacked 40 times, 80.
Honestly, I will probably say around 3,000, probably around 2,800 yards passing. I would say 23 touchdowns and probably 13 interceptions.
Wait, did you say 3 touchdowns?
I said 20. I said 23.
Oh, 23. I was like, whoa, 2,800 yards and only 3 touchdowns.
I mean, that'd be horrible, but I can see something along those lines.
I would love
he
to
won't be
see
great,
him.
But he'd be fine.
I would love to see him in Denver. I think that'd be really cool for him to go there. I mean, I love Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock has a future in Denver at least.
I don't know. Drew Lock is just a mystery. I honestly don't. I see some flashes. Most of the time, I don't see anything from him. He looks like a backup most of the time, so I don't know.
Yeah, last year, I think he was injured for most of the year, right?
I don't think he was injured that much, but again, I don't think Drew Lock is as good as people. I honestly don't know. I think he does need another year to develop, but like Josh Allen did. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. And he says, "Close. I don't see it. No."
I think 2019 was pure Kyle.
You need Kyle for that production, man. It's not happening.
Yeah. 2019, Jimmy was definitely carried by Kyle. I mean, you can say the Saints game for sure. But I mean, other than that,
he was carried by the run game and the defense, and look at all those gadget plays he had, like RPOs. He had the screens, and yeah, it's not happening. I don't see it.
So okay, Trey Lance. I asked for some comparisons earlier. I don't actually know if I ever got one for Lance. Now that I think about it, he's pretty much a smaller Cam, I would say. He's a really tough runner, and I feel like he's more of a run first sort of QB. Also, I haven't seen too much film on him. I've more than been watching Fields and what's his name, Mac Jones, just to prepare for the worst. But Lance, he's a project sort of player. I think. I mean, I would be more comfortable maybe sitting him at least half a season and then going from there. But he is a very, very tough runner. If you watch his film or like any game, pretty much, you'll see him just take some decent hits and he'll just get back up and keep on trucking sort of deal. But he has the arm. I mean, accuracy isn't too much of an issue, I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, what are your opinions on Lance?
I see him more as a runner than a passer, in my opinion. He reminds me of Colin Kaepernick. He does quite a bit. Yeah, he has an arm.
I was talking to John and I asked that.
He has an arm. He has the talent, but if Kyle didn't want Kaepernick, why would you want Lance? I'm just pointing it out there. I like Lance. I do. I think he'd be very successful wherever he goes. But I don't want him. I personally just don't want him in SF. But I'd rather have him than Jones. So, I do think Lance is good. I think he's really good. But again, I think he's more of a runner than a passer. I think he needs to work more on passing the football more. He can be accurate when need to be, but I think he needs to work on his mechanics a little bit more, especially his upper body. Um, his legs, I think his legs are fine. He uh, he can find the end zone pretty well, running or passing. It's just that the competition was not there. I mean, obviously you scout the player, not the team, but or the competition. But I was going to point it out there. He played a bunch of nobodies, in my opinion. I think that's what's really driving down his stock. You can say the same thing about BYU and Zach Wilson. He didn't play great competition either, but they were better school. I would say they were better schools than the ones that North Dakota played against.
You can also say that Lance didn't throw an interception in like I can't remember how many attempts, but it was like 30 or 35 touchdowns I think he had and like 0 picks.
Yeah, but again, he hasn't played in a while. It's been a very long time since he's played, and that could come back to bite him too.
Right.
Because if you don't have those reps, then it's gonna mess you up. I mean, you look at Mitch Trubisky. He only played 13 games, and he still got drafted as number 2 overall pick in 2017. And I don't know why. I think Mahomes and Washington were better prospects that year, and you clearly see now that they are. But Lance is he's interesting. I do think he's going to be good, but I would not take him in San Fran or San Francisco. I just don't see it.
All right. So do you want to get into the mock drafts?
All right. I will share my screen if it lets me. There we go. All right. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we have 7 rounds. We'll do Niners only. And start draft. You have Trevor Lawrence, obviously. Then you have Zach Wilson. And I personally, I want to take Justin Fields.
Right. I think with this one, we're gonna try to do one as just like as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
Just the best fits for the 49ers, not just like
just random
favorite sort of picks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too.
Realistic as possible.
Right.
I'm picking Justin Fields. I like him a lot. I think he's the best all-around QB in this draft. I think he's going to be a superstar in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I don't see it being Lance or Jones. Fields is just way too smart. He's bigger, faster, stronger, and better than both of them. And I would take Fields over him. Tommy,
totally agree.
So you're picking Justin Fields?
Yeah. Right. People also have said that. Oh no, you did slow for the speed.
I know, but I need time to talk about it.
Yeah. So a lot of people brought up like, oh, why are we getting rid of Jimmy? Like our Super Bowl window, isn't closed and all this stuff. But I mean, I think this has been said more times recently than it was before. The trade to 3 at least, or like right when the trade to 3 happened. Anyways, so people just don't realize that rookie QBs, top 5, top 3 rookie QBs, don't go to like rosters like ours. Like our roster is Super Bowl ready to go, year one, all this stuff. And if Fields just gets in there and does his job, does his thing, and doesn't make too many errors, then I mean, just mark us in for the playoffs and hopefully win a Super Bowl that year. I don't know. I think people just take too much out of the rookie QB, and obviously there's like all that pressure that goes with it. I mean, you have pretty much the entire fan base trusting in this one guy. I was gonna say,
It's taking way too long. I'll do normal speed. This should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. People are just taking too much out of like a rookie QB situation.
That should be faster. But yeah, I agree. I think we talked about this before. Like even on Twitter as well. Some QBs have bad reputations because of the bad situations they're in and the hand that they're dealt with. And if you look at the Niners roster, they have a Super Bowl caliber roster. They really do. I think they can go the distance. I think they can go playoff with a rookie quarterback. Do I expect them to go to Super Bowl week one? All right, I mean year one? No, I don't. I mean, I think it'd be a great thing to see them in the playoffs and go far into it, but I don't expect them to go to Super Bowl and win it year one. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to take that long.
Yeah, patience is pretty much all you need to when you have a rookie QB, especially.
So we're at round 2. Tommy, I'll let you go first. Who do you think the Niners should get at round 2?
I think corner is pretty much the popular suggestion here. I saw your boy was already there.
Yep.
I don't really see any other need besides maybe edge, but I mean, we signed the 2 Raiders guys, and then we just got another, didn't we, for the D line?
What's that? Sorry.
We got the two defensive line guys from the Raiders, right?
Right, Hurst and Key, yes.
Right, wasn't there another one?
We got Ebicom from the Rams.
Right, yeah, that's what I was missing. So I mean, edge isn't really a second round need, I don't think, and we obviously don't have too much corner depth. I think we have like 4 or 5 corners on the roster. So, I mean, corner is pretty much of a need, or pretty big need at this point. So yeah, go ahead and go to corner real quick as the position. Yeah, we'll see who we have there.
You have Eric Stokes, Aaron Robson, Molden, ASJ. I know people have been talking about Molden and this. I can't say his name. Ifitu? Afanu?
Melifanu.
Anyways, but
yeah. Here, this is. I kind of. Oh yeah, we're not even doing trades. I was gonna say I kind of would rather trade back, just because I'm comfortable with taking Asante Samuel Jr. Obviously, Eric Stokes is a pretty big name also. Then Elijah Molden is a pretty big name I've seen quite a bit. So any 3 of those guys I'd be comfortable taking.
You already know I'm going to take my boy, so it's not even a competition here for me.
Yeah, I mean, we could take him. He's not bad by any means, so I definitely love if we got Asante Samuel.
Are you going to take Asante Samuel as well?
Might as well. So far, this is Zach's dream right now.
I mean, if this happens, I'm going to die crying.
Everyone's literally going to be coming into your mentions if Asante Samuel's the pick.
I will be so happy. Like, I will brag so much on Twitter and scream, because that's how happy I'm going to be if that ever happened.
Imagine if we get Asante Samuel and Puka. With Marcus Stevenson also.
I would die. I don't know. I'll be so happy. Like, nothing could ever bring me down for the rest of the year. I don't care if they all suck. I'll be so happy. Like, that's how happy I would be. All right, so as we're approaching round 4, pick 102, what's another need that you're thinking of that I should go after?
I'd say, like I said, edge isn't as big of a need since we did sign all those guys, and we traded, or no, we didn't trade. We signed, Ebicam. So maybe like interior O line would be pretty decent. Yeah, who's a receiver, real quick?
Because that's what I was going to go for. I'm looking at receiver myself. I think receiver 3 is going to be a big a big issue. I like to see them. I like to get Trey Smith, to be honest, but he's further down. I think they can get him at round 5, early round 5. So I'm gonna hold off on that one, personally. But
who
are you getting?
Let's do interior O-line and see what's there. Deontay Brown is a big guy. I don't think he's for our scheme though, specifically.
No, I don't think he is. But I would.
He's a massive human being.
I like Trey Hill. I like Trey Smith. Trey Smith is really good from Tennessee. I personally would take him for this part.
Let's do it.
I think Trey Smith.
Yeah, why not? I haven't watched too much O-line play, so I'm not the biggest know-it-all by any means.
There is one guy that I did like, but he's late. I like Jimmy Morrissey as well, but what's his name? I think he's a tackle. Let's see here.
Walker Little too. If you guys haven't watched me and John Chapman's mock draft, we did pick Walter Little in ours. Just a little spoiler alert.
Is he on here? He played against Georgia in one of the bigger games. I can't remember. What's his name?
I got no clue, brother.
I can't remember his name now. I'm sad. Anyway, so all right, Trey Smith is a pick. And then we have
117.
Round 5. 117. So we have 3 fifth-round picks in this draft. And
now, people also have to understand, that I think there's going to be a ton of moving up, ton of moving down. I mean, there hasn't been one draft where Kyle and John have stayed at one pick. I mean, obviously, they do every so often. But, we saw last year, we traded back up into the first. And, I mean, that could definitely be a possibility this year again. I mean, especially with Jimmy being on the move. I mean, it could be, definitely a move to get back up into the first round somehow. I'm not sure who would do it in maybe the late 20s. But, I mean, we saw with Ayuk last year, they traded back up to get him.
And we know that they're interested in Najee Harris too. Najee had that picture, I think, yesterday with him wearing a 49ers mask. And he's even said publicly, he's like, he knows the Niners are really interested in him. They've been talking quite a lot over Zoom and everything. So that could be something that might be interesting. Who knows? I honestly don't know.
All right. So who are you going with? For here.
Well, while I'm looking through this, I like Patrick Jones from Pittsburgh. I think they could use another edge for behind Bosa. Bosa he has his injury. I know he looks like he's 100%, but just in case, we need that backup. I know Epicon is for D Ford, just in case D Ford goes down again. I don't know the status about him. I like to say I think he does play. I honestly do think he plays.
I mean, I hope he comes back and gets 17 sacks this season. But
well, that's definitely not happening. But
but I mean,
let's look at receivers real quick.
I don't know.
So Trey Smith is still out there, and I still feel like I can get him later on. Trey Smith is somebody I won't definitely look forward to. I think he's going to be great. Cornell Powell could be a good slot 3, but I really do like Trey Smith from South Carolina. I think getting him with Debo will be great. But personally, I would take edge. I would take Patrick Jones here. I think it's good value, 117 and 127.
Yeah, especially for a premium position as edge. I mean, the edge in this class is very slim to none.
Right.
And obviously we know that Kyle and John love getting our D-line picks. I mean, I'm sure if every position was covered, they'd just pick D-line just all down the board, just without question.
So are we in agreement?
Yeah, I do Patrick Jones. Wait, no way. Wait, go
What?
back.
What's up?
Bro, me and him share the same exact birth date.
So
I am in love with Patrick Jones now. I'm just saying it now. That's
and he's a deep 4-3 defense end. I think that's perfect
dude,
for
we
what the
need
Niners are looking
Patrick
for.
Jones.
So I think it'd be great. So we're going to take Patrick Jones here.
I need to see if this is like legit. It is. Oh my gosh. This is insane.
You're so happy now.
Bro.
So put down Patrick Jones, or honestly, we're having the same basic mock draft here. I'm just going to delete this one.
Let me delete what?
This column. Is this
the table that you made?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on that.
Well, I thought we had like different opinions on who we would pick, but I mean, basically we're picking the same players. So we're at the second round, or a fifth round pick, 155. Smith is still there. That's who I'd take. Or Chuba Hubbard's out there too.
At this point, I don't think there's too many glaring needs besides receiver, but our next pick is at 172, and I mean, Trey Smith could very much well be there.
He could be. Do you want to take that chance?
Who do we have at running back? Just curious.
Chuba, Khalil Herbert. I'm not a fan of Herbert. I'll be honest.
Is he down there still?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's going to be out down there.
Yeah.
Jared Patterson is an interesting one. I talked to Zach Pratt, and I asked, like, why is Patterson not getting more love for his great season he had last year? And Zach says he's slow. And I thought that was interesting because I watched him. He looks fast. He really does. And he reminds me of he just reminds me of Darren Sproles. But I also don't know. I honestly think Patterson might get drafted higher than most running backs on here just because of that hype. But who knows? But we have Chupa, Khalil. I don't know anything about this guy, Keeney. Jamar Jefferson, I heard good things about him. I know people like Chris Evans because my guy. I know people.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. Oh, Chris Evans, yeah. Chris Evans. I know people hate Puka right now because his story and everything, but I think it's way overblown. I'm not going to go into it again. I already talked about it like 7 different times. Like, I'm kind of talking about
Wasn't it like 2 or 3 years ago? Anything?
3 years ago. It happened 3 years ago, and nothing else happened with Puka. He's been fine. He's done it. He made it up. He's fine now. It is what it is. You know, it's what are you going to do?
Yeah, let's trade this pick for Julio Jones, 5th rounder. I think it's a great fit.
Yeah, no, that won't happen. But I don't know. I think Kyle would like a running back again. There's questions about Mostert and Wilson because they've both been injured. I don't see Walter or Hasty making the roster with Gallman into it now.
So
because if they do take a running back in the draft, I don't see those two making it on this roster.
Makes sense.
But let's see what else is out there.
Yeah, I think the only really big needs that stand out to me is just pretty much receiver, safety, maybe.
But safety is not really a huge one either, though.
Well, we have, let's see, we have Tart, we have Ward, we have Marcel Harris even. We have more.
You're going to need to replace Tart eventually because he's only have 1 year. He's only 1 year. Jimmy Ward, he only has like 2 years, 1 year left.
Right.
So you're going to need safety eventually, but I don't know. I back high, but I think Chuba Hubbard might be exception. Excuse me. I don't know. This is where it gets really interesting. I mean, we can hope for Steve Smith to stay out there. But would you take Chuba? I would take Chuba. I think I would take Chuba as well.
I honestly haven't watched too much of Chuba, so I just know that I like his name. So that's pretty much all I have for him.
We'll take Chuba.
So what Fate said in the chat, he said that he wants Justin Fields with the first and the wide receiver in the second.
I want to take.
He said the tooth round pick.
Tooth. We know in a second. I want to take receiver that high. To be honest, it's a very deep receiver class.
Yep, exactly
there's no reason to take a receiver that high. I personally would not take a running back high either. I know people want Najee Harris or some other running back up there. I want to do it. I think corner is a glaring need with a bunch of 1 year deals because you have Mosley, Verrett, Kawan, all have 1 year deals, and I just think that you should go for a corner just in case one of those guys do leave. So corner is definitely my go-to.
Yeah, corner is also my go-to, but that's also one of those picks that they can just trade back and get more capital and get a corner and a receiver, or they can trade up and get a luxury receiver or whatever. But we know that they're going to be moving up and down in this draft like crazy, just with all the draft capital that they have. The receiver, like we said, position is just super deep in this class. But then you have positions just like corner, edge. I mean, also like an inside offensive line. They aren't as deep as the receiver class. So I mean, you have people. Here, scroll down real quick for receivers. You have Sage Surratt. I mean, he was pretty decent. You have Dax Maline. That's decent as well.
I'm not a fan of Dax Maline, to be honest.
Well, I mean, 6th round pick. I mean, I wouldn't mind at all. Marquez Stevenson, like we've been saying for like a month now on this pod. I mean, and he's going. Was it 251? It says.
Yeah, he's coming late.
So yeah,
he could go undrafted, to be honest.
Marquez Stevenson, if you are just completely bored one night, just out of your mind before draft night, go watch the Marquez Stevenson because we watched him. I think it was like maybe it was like a month ago.
Yeah, it was about a month ago, and we're just watching draft. And dude is fast, man.
He's fast.
He's electric.
Tall, great hands. I mean, I would love. I would love to have him on our team.
Orangey's not getting some love right now, is because Houston's not a great school. There's not really any talent out there. But I think if any team gets Stevenson, I think Stevenson's going to do a great job on the team, and he's going to make teams regret not picking him up. I think there's a good chance he could go undrafted, and if he does, I really hope he goes to the Niners. Because boy,
it's just like
because we need that playmaker on special teams. We do punt return, kick return. I think Stevenson would be that X factor on the special teams, and I think he'd be great at it. But with looking at receivers right now, I would Trey Smith left already, but I do like Cornell Powell and Felton.
The Simi Fioco guy is pretty decent too.
Fioco is good too.
6'4", 227.
Yeah, but he'd be fine, but I'm looking for more of a slot guy as well, though.
I'm fine with either of those guys.
Cornell Powell, we have Felton. Oh, he was a running back and inside in the spread offense.
Oh, put him in our team already. I mean, he's meant for our team.
So
You can play multiple positions.
I'll take Felton.
You're in. Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, I mean, we've seen even with Jalen Hurd. I mean, he can play tight end, fullback, running back, receiver. I mean, we haven't obviously seen it in the NFL, but back in college, I mean, he was all over the field, and I think that's a big reason why we took him. I mean, I pray every year. I was on the Jalen Hurd train last year, just praying that something would come out from just from his injury, and then he tore his ACL, and then I was like, well, it's always next year, I guess. So now I'm back on the Jalen Hurd train. I'm just hoping for the best at this point. Ooh, Wyatt Herbert too. Wyatt Hubert.
I like Hubert, but Shaka Tony's still out there. I think Tony's better. I will not mind doubling down on edge, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Would you do it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen
we're
Shaka
at 180
Tony.
right now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, we can pick Tony. The only reason I was freaking out about Hubert was because
K-State.
Yeah, well, that, and he went to my wife's also, and was, obviously a huge player there. So I mean, that's pretty much the only reason. I mean, he's not bad of a player either. I mean, what's it called? The pro day, and oh my gosh, what's it called? Like Jason, Javi, there. That's where all the Jason memes were.
Mobile.
Yeah. They're out there, and Hubert was there as well. So
we have Caden Stearns. He's the last good safety on here from. I mean, he can play both zone and man, and I think he needs to work on more on bulking up, probably more. But other than that, safety's still in need out there, and he's the best safety out there. So, would you take him?
Yeah, I would take Caden Stearns. So now we pretty much just have luxury. Oh, this is the last one? I thought it was second to last.
This is the last one now.
This one I could see us taking a running back in real life as well. I mean, obviously, we probably will most likely pick Puka.
You would take another running back?
Oh, wait. I forgot we picked Chuba. Go back to our picks real quick.
So we got Fields, we got CB, interior, edge, running back, receiver, edge, and safety.
Okay, so maybe not running back.
Maybe a tackle. I can see them taking a tackle. Royce Newman could be a good one. Jordan Reed, he's down there. I like Newman. I think he'd be fine.
It's up to you. It's the Mukiyoko guy. And Wyatt Herbert's still there.
You want to take 3 edge players though. I can see them taking our corner.
Is pretty decent too.
I can see them taking our corner though.
Tay Owen.
I like DJ Daniel from Georgia. I think he's fine. But that's me personally. I don't know who else would take.
Here, click on Tay Owen real quick.
Which one?
Tay Owen. Yeah.
Cover 3 zone scheme.
Maybe not for this scheme, but he seemed pretty decent from what I've seen so far. Just little clips on Twitter.
Zone scheme. I mean, he'd be good at special teams, and they could use another special teamer.
Yeah.
Realistically, I can see them taking our corner. I can see that happening. She's Wild Goose.
Wait, his name was Wild Goose?
Yeah. Wild Goose Jr. The 3-star.
Ratchet Wild Goose? What?
I think he'd be good. I think he'd be good. He
I
only
just
played
want to
2
take him
games
because
last
his
year.
name.
I think I'll take Wild Goose.
That's
And
awesome.
we are done.
I could have swore we had another pick now.
Don't think so.
I don't know what I'm thinking then. Man, all these trades at the end. It's like every pick is traded.
Longer than I thought I would, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing.
So we'll probably just do one more. We'll just do the all 32 teams first round, and we'll probably end it after that.
Do you want to take a screenshot of that, and then we'll just?
I already wrote it down. Remember?
No, of our picks that we made.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Wait, what?
I wrote it down.
I was saying to like post them on Twitter after the.
See?
Oh, okay.
I wrote it down. Bozo. All right. We'll do one more, and we'll do the
trades.
No, we're going to do the all 32 teams first round, and we'll probably call it after this. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take.
Yeah. If we're free sometime before the draft, we can do one of the trades. It's up to you.
We can try. I'll have to see. It's going to be a really busy week this week.
Yeah. You said you're at work for the draft?
I'm staying at work to watch the draft because it's right after my it's during my break, and it's right after my first shift, and it ends for my second shift, or to start my second shift. So I might as well stay there. It's like there's no point wasting gas.
Right. Especially something you want to watch.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely.
I just found out today. I looked at the schedule for this week, so I was like, "Oh, I'm wondering if I'm like closing draft night." And I get off like an hour early. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is like the best week ever." So I texted my dad. I was like, "Hey, I'm coming over like right after work." Yeah, it's definitely been a stressful week, mate. I'm with you there, especially with this press conference. It's just been so much worse.
Yeah,
it was nice to see their face, though. I will say that.
Kyle was pissed off the entire time. All right, so
I don't blame him though.
Pick one. Obviously, I think we think that it's Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
He's been deemed as number one, so I would assume Trevor Lawrence.
Wait, is this with trades, or we're just doing?
No, just the 32 teams for the first round.
Right, but are we doing like?
No trades.
Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, Trevor Lawrence for sure.
Jets.
So for this, it's such like I feel like it's Wilson, just because that's just kind of been the consensus since.
I think it's Wilson as well. I think they like Wilson too much. I would think it's Wilson.
I saw a report also a couple weeks ago that the Jets were already working on like drafting his family as well. So
I think he has a house in New York already.
I hope so.
I think that's what
this means that we get Fields.
I believe that's what Javi said to us. I think that Wilson has a house in New York already, so I would think it's Wilson. We both agree that last mock that we both think it's Justin Fields. I think he's better than Lance. I don't see how it's Mac Jones. I'm sure you agree. I think it's Justin Fields.
Yeah, better than Mac by 1,000 miles. Lance, I mean, I think it's to say realistically because no one knows the ceiling for Lance. But Fields is definitely the safer bet out of. I probably out of the three, out of Wilson, Fields, and Lance.
So we have Atlanta here. Atlanta is a very interesting one. They could go Lance. I can actually see them taking Lance. I can see them trading down. I can also see them taking Kyle Pitts. One of the best players in the draft right now here. They only have Hayden Hurst as their tight end, but I don't believe Hurst is a starting tight end for them. And I feel like they could use more weapons, especially if Julio Jones does get traded. I don't know. Atlanta is just an interesting one. They don't need any more receivers. I will say that.
How long is Matt Ryan's contract?
He just restructured it, and I think he's out there for another 3 more years.
Oh yeah, forget quarterback then, bro. Just get Pitts.
But so I think, I do believe it's Pitts at 4. Bengals. I know I've said Sewell for the longest time, but if you think about it, they drafted Jonah Williams not too long ago, and he's been injured, and he's expected to come back this year. They already have Riley Reef, and he's fine. So I don't think they take tackle. I think they take receiver.
Yeah, I think Jamar Chase is the choice here.
I think Jamar Chase.
I was thinking of Dolphins. Sorry. But yeah, I guess it would be kind of the same instance.
I think Burrow would like to have Chase back as his top receiver, and I like that. I think Chase is the answer here.
Yeah, I think that as well.
Dolphins, I can see them trading down. I can also see them taking a receiver. I think Devontae Smith is the answer here. What do you think?
Really? Not Jalen Waddle?
No, I think it's Smith. I think Smith is like, to me, I think Smith is the best receiver in this draft. Not Chase. I think it's Smith.
Interesting.
I think Smith is the number 1 receiver in this draft, and I think Dolphins do take him. I think it'd be a smart choice for them to take Smith.
I do like Jalen Waddle, just because of just like how the way he plays and the speed he has, along with how he plays. If I'm thinking of the right one, I always get Waddle and Chase mixed up for some reason. But yeah, I think Waddle will be a pretty big playmaker. But I mean, also Devontae Smith. I mean, he was the freaking Heisman winner last year. So
right, and
I feel like it's very 1A, 1B sort of situation.
I would think that I do think they go Smith here.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Lions.
Lions, I think, is just best player available, pretty much at this point.
I can see them taking Waddle. I can see that happening.
I can see Waddle. I can see.
I can see Sewell. I can see Sewell going here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see them. I can see Micah Parsons.
Let me look at their draft depth chart real quick. Oops.
I mean, they can get someone on defense for sure.
I think it could be Waddle. Or not Waddle, but Sewell. But they don't have receivers either, because all they have is Tyrell Williams.
Just left.
Rashad.
Wait, they have Tyrell Williams?
Tyrell Williams. They have Geronimo Allison, Rashad Perriman, and those are receivers. But they don't really have any good tackles. Lions I don't know. I don't know. I can see them. I don't know. Corner. They could take corner too. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I think Sewell's here. I think Sewell's the answer here.
Hold on. Did I miss Watson wanting to request a trade?
No, it's something else.
Oh. That was back in January.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
I think Sewell. I think Sewell's the answer here. It makes sense that way. I think it's a deep receiver class that they can get another receiver somewhere else. Man, I don't know. I think they could take a corner here.
I think it'll probably. Well, they do have Goff now. I mean, Goff is Goff. So
I say corner, not quarter.
I know, but I was gonna say O line to protect their QB, but I mean, like I was saying, Goff had a ton of good linemen in LA, and I mean, he was still.
Will you take Sertan or Sewell here?
Probably Sertan.
Would you?
I feel like that is a little too low. Oh, I guess it is 7. Yeah, I do
Sertan?
Sertan. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take Sertan there. Trey Lance. I think it's Trey Lance here. They need a quarterback badly.
It's cemented. If Lance isn't going to the Panthers, he's going to the Broncos.
Yeah. So,
and I also saw. I thought this is kind of a load of BS, but I saw that the Eagles were wanting to get a QB for competition for Jalen Hurts. I'm like, dude, the guy didn't even play for an entire year.
yeah,
You
you traded fire.
You traded back to get competition for your first year QB or second year QB, I guess. It's so dumb, dude. I can't stand the Eagles sometimes, bro.
I like Eagles, but man, there's ownership is horrible.
It's just, and especially their new coach too. Just such a weirdo, bro.
I don't. Denver's an interesting one. I don't know. I can see them taking Micah Parsons. To be honest, I can see that.
You think this is where Mac Jones could go?
I think he could go here, but I also think he could go to New England. I still think he drops here. I think Denver needs a linebacker. They need a good linebacker. They haven't had one in a long time.
They haven't lost too many people. If I remember right, Denver's defense is pretty solid too.
They don't have anybody at linebacker though. That's the problem. Alexander Johnson, Josie, who's these? I don't know who these people are. So I want.
Who are you people?
I want to say Micah Parsons the pick here. It makes the most sense here.
Him dropping to 9 is great value too.
Yep, it is. So Mike Parsons here, definitely corner. They need corner so badly. I think Jason Horn is the best pick here.
Yeah.
So Giants.
They just lost the line, didn't they?
Did they?
I thought they lost some major guy. Let me see.
Let me look at their depth chart real quick. They have Nate Solder there. I don't know who Matt Pert is. They're good on receiver, definitely. So they don't need a receiver badly. They have Galladay, John Ross, Pettis, Shepard. I think they're fine receiver.
Dude, Pettis is going to be so good.
He is. I think they take Sewell here, Sewell. I think Sewell's the best pick here for Giants.
Yeah.
Protect
Daniel
Jones is like one of the most sacked quarterbacks. So I think Sewell might be the best pick here.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that pick. And I also saw that I think Sewell was a left tackle in college, and I saw that he was taking reps at right tackle just to improve his stock even more. And especially him dropping all the way to 11. I mean, that's like a top 5 player in this draft. So with all these QBs being taken from like 1 to I think we had like 5 or something. Maybe like 1 to 4. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, Sewell is going to be. I think he's going to drop maybe not to 11, but I think he's going to drop to like bottom 7. So,
Eagles. I think they take Waddle.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
I think Waddle goes here. They don't have really any good receivers. Rakers. I think Jalen Rakers fine. But Greg Ward is not great, and they definitely need receivers badly for Hurts. So I think Waddle goes here.
Yep, agreed.
Chargers. Slater.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what their O line looked like.
It's not great
Let me see.
because Herbert was on the run quite a bit last year.
Yeah, and this is kind of off topic, but I have a dynasty fantasy league, and I had Mahomes as my QB, right? And so for some reason, I was just like, I can get like a load for him. So, and I had Herbert as my backup. I drafted him last year, and I mean he fell pretty far also. So I got a pretty decent haul for Mahomes. I got like Derrick Henry. I got Corey Davis, I think. Um, then who's the other one? Might have been a pick. I think it was a pick. So I mean, and Corey Davis is on the Jets now too, and I mean that's where what's his name is that Salah and
Mike
offensive coordinator.
or not McDaniels. The four.
Yeah. Michael Four.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm hoping for the best for Corey Davis this year. I feel like I'm like a low key Jet fan now just because Salah is there now.
I am. I'm rooting for the Jets. I hope they do well there.
Well, I think
do
at
think
least like 5 or 6 games that they can win this year.
yeah. I think Slater is a pick here. They only have one left tackle on roster.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they need somebody better.
Oh,
So I think Slater's pick here.
they have Jared Cook. I totally missed that signing.
All right, Vikings. Elijah. I think Elijah.
Yeah.
They need interior badly, or it could be Jalen Phillips.
I was thinking Phillips. They did sign Pat Pete, right? So
yes, Vikings did sign Pat Pete.
I don't think I have to look at all these.
But I still think they do go interior. It makes sense to go interior here. I don't know. I think, yeah, I know Zimmer is not happy with the defense either. I think it could be edge. I think Phillips could be the pick here.
Let's see. So they have Stephen Weatherly. Don't know those names. Armin Watts. Don't know him. They have Dalvin Tomlinson. Daniel Hunter.
Michael Pierce is fine. I think Weatherly could be replaced. So I think Phillips could be the pick here.
Yeah. I'd be with that.
Okay. Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mac Jones here.
I feel, especially if he drops all the way down to 15. I don't think he will. I think the Patriots will end up trading up for him, if anything. I don't feel like you agree with that for some reason.
I think New England does trade up for Lance if they wanted to.
Yeah, trade up for a QB is what I was trying to get at, but
corner. They need corner.
Yeah, I would hate for them to get Caleb Farley because
I think Caleb Farley drops down though. I think they take Newsome here. I think Caleb Farley. I think teams are afraid of his injury history, and I think Newsome could be the pick here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. It kind of sucks though because I feel like Farley, and John Chapman was talking about this too. I feel like Caleb Farley is at least a top 10 player.
Yeah, he definitely is.
But I mean, that's when he's healthy. Just like I guess we could say for Jimmy for instance,
exactly
too. But maybe not top 6 or top 10. But
I think they take Newsome here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Raiders. I think Darrisaw would be a good one.
Yeah, they cleared out their O-line, so I would say Darrisaw's probably the smart answer.
Let me look at their depth chart real quick. I thought they added somebody. I'm not sure. Let me see.
They've added a couple, but I mean, it's just kind of depth.
Yeah,
signings
they can
that
replace
recommend.
Brandon Parker. They can, yeah. I think
Yeah,
there's probably a good one.
yeah.
All right, Dolphins again. Let me look at the Dolphins roster because I know they added quite a bit of people this offseason. So linebackers, Jerome Baker, McKinney. I feel like they could do more on defense, but I feel like offense still needs work on. I could see Pay go here. Honestly,
Who do they have at edge?
they have Wilkins. This is fine. And Raycon Davis. I mean, he's a second round pick from last year, so but he's a defensive tackle. Zach Zeter is more. So maybe they could go.
Who's that corner? So I feel like Caleb Farley would go in one of these.
I think corner's fine. They have
Oh, they
Howard,
have Byron Jones and Xavier Howard.
Jones, yeah, so they're fine at corner and secondary. They definitely need a running back soon.
I can
Linebacker.
see maybe.
I can see the thing linebacker.
Yeah, I was going to say either linebacker or Christian Barrymore.
Do you think Jeremiah will go here?
Click on him real quick. I don't think
Jeremiah's really good. I like Jeremiah. He's really good. He's a baller.
Yeah, I'd say him.
I think Zaven Collins could go here.
Yeah, for Washington, their defense is pretty set though.
From last time true.
I saw.
But what are they going to do with Reuben Foster? Is he still playing?
I think he is. Let me see.
Nope, he's not on here anymore. And they don't really have any good. I think he's a free. Oh, he was a free agent.
Oh, dang.
So they need linebacker. They don't have anybody there.
Yeah, John Bostic and David Mayo is not going to cut it. So
Zaven Collins, you agree?
Yeah, I didn't realize their linebacker position was.
All right, Bears. Interesting.
So this might actually be a Jimmy spot. We trade maybe a Jimmy and like a third, maybe, and we get into the first.
I think they. Do you like Tevin Jenkins here?
They don't have they have Foles still. I can't remember who they have.
They have Dalton. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah, and yeah, Nick Foles is behind him. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, they all need somebody off other side of Jermaine Afidi. I don't know much about Charles Leno.
Charles Leno's pretty decent. Yeah, I'd say Tevin Jenkins.
Okay.
They could also go corner there too.
Colts is interesting.
You could
I don't know.
D-line here, or maybe edge. Edge might be a spot for.
Do you think they take Aziz?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me see.
I'll take Aziz.
Oh, okay.
Caleb Farley could go here.
Yeah, Titans. He's dropped to 22. I think he at this point would have to go either to the Titans, Jets, or at least the Steelers. Yeah.
All right. Jets. They need a running back.
You think they're going to go him at 23?
Yeah. They need a starting running back. I think they need a star for their quarterback in the backfield. I do think that Najee goes here.
Interesting. Who do they have on their line? On their
interior?
Yeah.
Um,
Alex Lewis.
yeah. I mean, the O-line's fine. Their O-line's not that bad, to be honest. Center could be improved on, but
it's not too bad.
They don't have anybody at running back. Coleman's their best running back.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
Oh yeah. I think.
Yeah, I mean, Najee could definitely go. Who's
All right,
Steelers. Either. Oh, you already picked.
Yep.
I have to refresh my brain on Steelers because I still have like.
I think Elijah goes. I can see Elijah going here to protect Ben.
Yeah, David DeCastro, Zach Banner. I've never even heard of their center, so. Yeah, I mean, interior O-line.
Yeah.
Could definitely go on the left side there. Yeah.
Jags.
I'd say anything.
I think Bateman could go here.
I'm going to be so sad if that happens.
Yeah, but I can see it, though. They need receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see Bateman going.
All right, take Bateman here. Pay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can definitely see D-line.
I want to say Pay here.
Let me see real quick.
Ravens. I think they take Oweh. Jason Oweh.
Ravens? You don't think a receiver? Is there one still on the board? Elijah Moore. I do think that they're going to go receiver. I don't know how early.
I thought they got receiver, though, this free agency.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they got Sammy Watkins and.
Oh.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll go receiver.
So Elijah Moore?
This point. Yeah, I'd say either first or second round they're going to go receiver at least. So yeah, Elijah Moore would be a pretty decent choice.
Saints. Defense is terrible. Offense is okay, I guess.
I think their O-line is pretty decent too.
It is. Their offensive line is fine. Can you see Tony going here?
Let's see, who do they have on the receiver? It's Michael Thomas. Is what's his name? I need to see because it's gonna bother me.
They have Trey Smith.
Yeah, his name. I guess they could.
What else do they need? They need a linebacker.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was looking for their linebackers. Yeah, I'd probably go linebacker at this point.
So,
Jamin Davis.
All right. Tackle Leatherwood. I would assume.
Tackle.
Yeah, because their left tackle left.
Oh, Balaga?
Yeah. He went to
he went to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Billy Turner, I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, but he's the only right tackle they have too. And they're fine on defense. Defense is fine, I'll be honest. It's just an offense needs to work on.
I'd say maybe I guess their linebacking core isn't that bad either. Yeah, I'd say either line or receiver.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah, I'd pick Tony.
Okay. Stokes. I think Stokes should go here. Well, no, they need edge. They need edge badly. I see Joe Tryon to go here or Oweh.
I do Tryon.
You think Tryon goes here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oweh. I was debating that earlier. I think Oweh goes here.
Who did we pick for them first? A receiver? Is that it?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
if they had Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I could see either that or Trayvon Moehrig. Okay.
Oh well. Receiver,
All right,
edge,
the
interior.
Bucks.
Terrence Marshall will be good. I like that one.
Yeah,
Rondell Moore. That could be
I'll probably
interesting.
do Rondell Moore.
Would you?
I think so.
Okay. That's
I'm
it.
just like on such a big Rondell Moore just train from like the last week. I think I've just seen so many clips of him.
All right. So we have first five: Trevor Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, Pitts, Chase, Smith, Surtain, Lance, Micah Parsons, J.C. Horn, Sewell, Waddle, Slater, Jim Phillips, Mac Jones, Greg Newsome, Shaw, Jeremiah Owusu, Collins, Jenkins, Aziz. I think Aziz would be a great fit for the Colts. Farley, Najee Harris, Elijah, Rashad Bateman, Quiddy Pay, Elijah Moore, Davis, Tony, Tryon, Oweh, and Rondell Moore. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty solid draft. I
can't
think
screen.
there's gonna be a lot of trades. I feel like this year, just because there's so many early round guys that you should probably pick up on besides receiver, like we mentioned earlier. But like we said, edge. There's gonna be QBs off the board. I'd say probably all QBs would be off the board by like pick 10. Definitely by pick 15. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun night on was that Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be fun, but it's going to be interesting.
Gonna try not to cry from tears of joy or sadness.
I'm trying to. How do you screenshot the tire?
I don't know how you do it for. Can you just do share like on the left side?
Yeah, but I have to log in. I want to log in.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Let me look it up.
But was there anything else you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything basically today.
I didn't even see this until now. Dolphins are like the Thunders in the NFL. Yeah, they. I think there was even a quote not too long ago from either the GM or the coach saying like, "You don't win games by what was it? Like you don't win games by getting draft capital. You win games by drafting good players or something like that."
Right.
I was like, well, duh. Like, you have all these picks, just make something of it, then if that's the point.
Excuse me.
So, I'm not a big NBA guy, so I'm not too sure about the analogy there. Or, yeah.
Okay, I found it. I found a way to.
Oh, cool.
I think. Let's see. Let's see if it works. And probably not. Frick.
I mean, you can do it on your phone, but
wait, I have an idea.
But yeah, I saw, I believe it was Fate that subscribed to us. So thank you, Fate. Really appreciate it. I think we're going to do a giveaway later on, like when we start actually hitting milestones and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride. I think this is our first full year, right? Because I think we started doing this podcast a couple of weeks into the year, at least.
I believe so. I have to look at. Let me look at Anchor real quick.
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
Let me see episodes.
Here, just tell me the date. I'll look up the schedule.
Okay. 11, 10, 20.
11/10.
So November last.
So it was right before the Seahawks and Niners. We went into OT. I don't remember this. Wait.
Here it is.
Oh, this is like 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. Why did it show me that? Oh my goodness.
Did not print the entire page. Whatever. I'll take a screenshot of the whole page. Won't let me. Here, hold up.
You said November what?
What was that? Sorry.
You said November 10th?
It was, yes.
Okay, so it was a little after the Packers blew us out. Or can I look at the box score here? So yeah, pretty much in the middle of the season we started this. So yeah, first full season. YouTube or Twitter? I thought you did a couple one on Twitter. We haven't done any giveaways just yet, but we do have plans for the future. Whether that's like jerseys or gift cards or whatever.
We'll figure something out. Just not right now.
Yeah. I know that we were wanting to wait a little after the draft, and especially this season with like players changing their numbers and all that stuff.
Exactly. That's going to be the big kicker.
Yeah,
that's going to be a pain in the
so
butt.
we don't want to give away like a Debo jersey, and then like this year just decides to change it to 1, and then we're like, oh, sorry, we got a jersey that has 19 on it. So
It's rare, I guess.
yeah, you can look at it like that. It's a collector's item.
Yeah. All right, I saved them. I will post them on Twitter. Actually, I'll put it on the 40th hour.
Yeah, fun stream. I enjoyed it.
That was a lot longer than I thought. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I know. I didn't expect us to go on for an hour and a half, or yeah, an hour and a half.
All right, I'll post it on here.
I'm cooking in this room right now. I'm so sweaty.
All right. Thank you everybody for stopping by. All I can say is don't break anything on Thursday.
Out of pure enjoyment or
extreme rage. So you definitely see us on Twitter. So
I don't know what I'm gonna do for draft night, because like you mentioned that you're gonna be at work. I kind of want to do like a live reaction sort of thing. I'm gonna be with my dad though.
I might try a space thing on Twitter.
Oh yeah, your Twitter space. Yeah, I might do that too.
I can do that on Twitter. That's because I'm already at work. So
yeah, I can't, but I might join yours to
I don't think anybody can. I think I'm the only one that can do it right now.
You and Kobe.
So, Kobe can do it too.
Yeah, he was trying to recruit people to do it the other night.
I mean, I invited Kobe to get on here, so oh well. All right, thank you everybody for stopping by. I really do appreciate it.
Make sure you go and follow 49th Hour Podcast over on Twitter at 49th Hour P. And then you can follow our Twitter ads as well, shown on the screen. So, like Zach said, we might be doing like a Twitter Space thing if he's able to. So you might be even hearing like an old man in the background screaming or something. Be my dad. So be a good time.
All right, see you guys.